Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setup for today. So yesterday we had a pretty much straight up day. Pullbacks were few and far between, and basically you would have had to been on the lower time frames to catch them. But I think the point is the trend continued, and this is an extension of the original trend. The original trend is up. This was just really a pullback onto structure before moving back up again. So your structure is pretty much right over there, and you can see support, resistance, and then support again. So what we're looking for now is, obviously we want to get in on this, and challenge we're going to have is we need to find areas for pullback. We're close to double top here, okay, and there isn't anything else to the left, as you can see. So pretty much we're going to be held up somewhere in this area. We need to find what's happening around the area that we're in at the moment. So how we're going to do that is by getting your levels in on the 3 hour. So there is a tail there. We're at another tail there, and I would go as pretty much add one more. Let's add one more here, because I think that's probably a decent area here. So you can see what I'm doing, just lining up my levels with the inside fractals. Okay, so there's one, there's one just below it, but there's a bigger one further back as well. Okay, so and then obviously this one here, we've used it as resistance, then we've used it as support, resistance. Now if we come across, you can see the first two have been tested already, but the next two have not really been tested. We are parabolic, so in other words, the trend has gone up and then it's just rounded up like that. You can see how the moving average is starting to point straight up. So what we're looking for is a pullback onto structure. One other thing that we could see here is something like that. Okay, so that gives us an area of confluence here at 34.87, and let's just look at this another way. So that gives us another area of confluence here as well. Okay, so I think we need to get down to the hour. And what we're looking for is we're looking for structure. So first structure, in my view anyway, is 35.13. A decent area would be all the way back down here at 34.87. Not too sure that that's going to transpire. Let's just keep our levels in. Okay, and the other thing to do is this trend line was respected very well yesterday, so that gives me an area of confluence right here at 35.13. So by the looks of things, 35.13 is a fairly decent area to get in. Your stop area is going to be pretty wide, because that's the next logical level. 34.87 is your next logical level for a stop. But that's kind of what I would expect, some kind of a pullback into here. Otherwise, what we're going to be doing is sitting on the 15 or the hour, the 5 minute, and there's nothing to the left here. So the fact that we've sort of rolling at the moment, I would expect us to drift a bit lower down to this area here. Okay, and that's going to be our next area to buy into, and our target is going to be the previous high. Okay, so target is going to be 35.87. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. It's going to finish us off on the 15 minute, because I have a feeling that's the one that you're going to be focused on. You will see that there is a 15-minute channel that is forming. Okay, so two ways of doing this. You can either wait for the trend line at the top to break and retest before jumping in on it. That would validate the flag. Alternatively, look for the structure. And the last thing that you can do as well, I suppose this here is going to be the most logical place at the moment. So we're at the 50%. 61.8 is a little bit further down. So somewhere between where we are now and 3513 or 3514 is the area you need to pay attention to. Okay, so that's my view anyway. And if we just look at yesterday, you'll see, we had the gap down. When we did the video, we were sitting around here building this triangle. Broke up, tested it. There was your retest. I'm on the 15-minute. Bear that in mind. So you can see we got the entry there. Big move down. Lots of confusion, staying above the moving average, but it gave you lots of opportunities to trade with this trend. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's my view today. Anyway, wait for the pullback, preferably down to 3513 area. We can just sort of drift down lower like this until we get to this area here. You can see there's 3 trend lines, okay, 2 diagonals, 1 horizontal, that all correspond here at 3514. That to me is a fairly decent area to get long. Okay, anyway, hope it helps, and we will catch up with you later. Cheers for now.